Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis Harrison, and this is my final exam presentation for ECCE 2201, Exceptionalities. CRN is 20452. The date is October the 11th, 2020. So the three competency areas that I have learned are: number 2, define the teacher's role in working with individuals with special needs. Number 23 is develop strategies which help children learn to manage their own behavior. And number 30 is examine typical characteristics of autism and related disorders. So what did I learn from these three competency areas? Competency Area 2 has taught me that as an ECSE educator, I can be responsible for the development, implementation, and evaluation of children with special needs. Area 23 gave me insight on how to allow children with special needs to have different tasks that can divert their energy and help them manage their behavior. So, for example, in the morning before starting small group or circle time, I will allow children with special needs to roam around, exercise, work out their kinks. And instead of forcing a child with special needs to sit at a small group or circle time session, I will allow that child to roam around. Roaming around will help the child learn if they are an auditory learner. Area 30 taught me that children can experience characteristics such as issues with social interaction and repeated actions/movements. So how will I advocate? I have learned that the earliest years of children's lives are a crucial time for learning. As an educator/advocate, I will ensure that I help change the curriculum for children with special needs. I will advocate for physical and accessible technology that can help students adapt and learn, literacy curriculums that use methods that are built around the 5 pillars of reading instruction, specifically including phonics and instruction. And lastly, I will advocate for the delivery of not just a bare minimum, but sufficient support system for every student with a disability. So after doing some research, I found that 13% of students have a disability and their needs are diverse. Here is a breakdown graph by disability type in the United States from 2015. 1.6% of children are visually or hearing impaired. 5.3% have an emotional disturbance. 6.4% are intellectually disabled. 8.8% battle with autism. 20.3% have a speech or language impairment. 22% is other, and 34.8% have a learning disability. So with the information I have gained from this course, I will do the following for my students in the ECCE classroom. I will believe in them. I will meet them where they are. I will challenge them when they're needing challenging. I will involve students and their families in all classroom activities when needed. And I will provide individualized support for every child. The first disability that I will discuss are visual impairments. Visual impairment, inadequate attitudes of parents, teachers, and peers towards a blind or low vision child have a negative influence on the sense of security and self-assessment of the ability to make everyday decisions independently. That is a peer-reviewed article from Sonia Davidson, 2020. Classroom adaptations I would make would be ensuring that everything is large print, and I will always place materials in consistent places so that the students can know exactly where to go for specific items. Two assistive technologies that I will include in my classroom are audio tapes and screen readers. A audio tape can record sounds. A screen reader can translate on-screen information and turn it into speech. The learning activity that I have created would be Story Reading Bag. This activity would include making story props to go along with the book so that children who have difficulty reading can still learn stories with large print or created materials. The second disability I will focus on is autism. Children with autism may have delays in motor skills acquisitions, low muscle tone, and sensory processing dysfunction. That is from Raver 2009. Classroom adaptations. In the classroom, I will provide seating options such as comfortable beanbag chairs or rocking chairs for our repeated movement children. Also, I will minimize distracting noises by providing earplugs or headphones during certain activities. Two assistive technologies that I will include in the classroom are iPads that can have educational games on them and picture exchange communication system. Now, a pet board can help children with autism express their preferences or emotions. The learning activity that I have created for autism children would be sorting with snacks. This activity would involve giving children multicolored snacks like goldfish that can help them sort colors, add, and subtract. The third and final disability that I will talk about is language impairment. Defined by IDEA, speech or language impairments means a communication disorder such as stuttering, a language impairment, or a voice impairment that adversely affects a child's educational performance. Classroom adaptations that I will make would be accommodating children by posting visual schedules around the classroom and using visual cues with children. A visual schedule would consist of photos that can be arranged in order, or it can help children learn rules in the classroom schedule. Two assistive technologies that I will include is text-aloud speech software and communication boards. The learning activity for this game, the learning activity that I have created is Bus Driver Game. For this activity, I will allow children to be a bus driver while I am the passenger. I will set up chairs for a bus and act the role, while using hand motions to introduce new vocabulary. The bus driver game can help children experience and expand their imagination and vocabulary. Thank you so much for listening to my final exam presentation, and here are my references.